This is Wicked Roadie, a wicked good podcast about Rhode Island events and life. Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro, broadcasting live from beautiful, not-so-sunny Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Not so sunny.
No, it's a little stormy out here this week, but I'm having a great time. I'm actually speaking at a conference while I'm here, and I've made some new friends. I went and actually saw the single-A baseball team, and I've got a few more meetings the rest of the week. But I'll be back in town this weekend, hanging around. What's going on over there in the 401?
You know, it actually started raining today. It's funny that you talk about the storm. It's been beautiful. Everything is blooming, Ben. So I am really excited for you to come back. When you do, spring will have totally sprung. The tulips are up.
And I will have more Zyrtec in my system than you know what to do with.
Right. I just spent quite a lot of time at the CVS pharmacist with about 5 different things, allergy medicines, the sprays, the pills, you name it, in my hand. And I just said, what am I supposed to do? My nose won't stop running. So I think you and I definitely are we're trending. We're the trendy people right now with the runny noses.
Indeed. Indeed.
But yeah, we're doing this remotely. So I'm really excited. This is our first remote recording of Wicked Roadie.
Right. That's right. Yes. And I'm using one of you guys have these fancy microphones that I could take and just plug into a computer everywhere. Technology, it's this newfangled thing. But hey, whether you're tuned in when you're on the road, you're in Fort Wayne, or working, or getting errands done, just sit back, listen, and enjoy. And if you hear something that piques your interest, we'll have all the links and info for you on our show notes on our website, wickedroadiepodcast.com. All right. Wicked interesting. Earth Day cleanups. Mary, where isn't there an Earth Day cleanup happening this weekend? I mean, it seems like every park or beach is having one.
Seriously, you're right. Like everywhere. I mean, I was trying to, while we look for different events going on and everything, I came across these Earth Day cleanups, and it was so many that I couldn't even list them, Ben. I mean, honest to God, every park that you might attend or that you might go to, or every beach is having an Earth Day cleanup on Saturday.
Absolutely. They have these throughout the year, too, at different beaches. Fort Adams has one. We've talked about that in the past with Empire Coffee, where they bring coffee and supplies for the volunteers. So it's certainly something to check out. I would definitely check out your local, community, organizers, whether it be at the town hall. Sometimes it's in Parks and Rec or Public Works. They organize these events. And instead of traveling, why not do something local in your own town? And it could be waterfront. It could be inland. The other day when I was driving around, they had a group of volunteers out in right over the line there in Seekonk, Massachusetts, going through, just picking up, stuff that ends up. I know, listen, 90% of the people don't litter maliciously. It's, stuff that just happens. Something blows away. They don't realize it. But this is a great weekend to get out there. Hopefully the weather clears up. Should be a decent track, but that's certainly something that we find wicked interesting this week. So, get out there. Make Rhode Island, the 401, Southern New England beautiful. That's our wicked interesting pick of the week. And now here's what's wicked fun in the 401.
All right. Motif magazine?
Yeah.
You see it like everywhere that you go. I feel like it's one of those staples that you just always see in Rhode Island, right?
Right. Yeah. And it's loaded with bands and great local music and local art. So what do they have going on?
The music awards, the Motif Music Awards, are going to be happening Sunday at 5:30 p.m. It goes into the night until 11. It's happening at the Met, one of our favorite venues that we talk about frequently.
Yes.
So there's tons of different categories. There's over 80 live music venues here. Isn't that crazy? I had no idea that there were over 80 of them.
We are so lucky. We are so lucky to have that many. In such a small state, I mean, to have 80 live, I mean, that's crazy. And if every venue has 3 bands on a Friday night, that's a number I can't even quantify.
Yes.
Well, it's actually 240 bands performing one night, but it's okay.
Hey, there you go. So, it's an unbelievable amount of musicians and music in the state of Rhode Island. We have songwriters, we have independent bands, we have just so many great things that radio stations, local labels, and of course the music writers of the motif have been able to talk about and nominate. So it's going to be a great big award show. So if you're a local music connoisseur, you definitely want to head on over to the Met on Sunday evening, because that is a really, truly unique Rhode Island event.
Certainly is. Certainly another thing that's happening on Saturday night. You can go, I guess you could go kind of early and then head over to the Met afterwards. It's the Funny for Funds to benefit one of the most famous parades in Rhode Island and America, the Gaspee Days Parade. It is happening on Saturday, April 22nd. Not the parade, the Funny for Funds, the comedy night over at the Warwick Firefighters Hall. And this is going to be a $25 ticket to get you in. The doors are at 6:30. The show's at 7:30 p.m. They'll have light snacks, a whole lineup of comedians. They're going to have a cash bar available. They'll have a penny social raffle going on. Do you know what a penny social raffle is, Mary?
I have no idea. I've never heard of that.
So this is old school. You don't do it with pennies anymore, but essentially you get a round of tickets, however many raffle tickets you buy, and they'll have 10, 20 different items, and you put one ticket in the item that you want. Now you can if you bought 20 tickets, you could put all 20 tickets in one item, or you could put 5 tickets in one item, 10 in another, depending on what you want to try to win. Now, when I go to these, I always find the item that has the least amount of tickets in it. Ooh. Just because I want to feel like a winner.
Yes.
And I have an incredible supply of Little Tree air fresheners from every raffle, because nobody ever wants them, but I take them. My car smells morning fresh
all the time, of course. Well, that's great. And I do love the Gaspee Days Parade. I mean, it's so fun. Gaspee is such a great parade. So
they have a race too beforehand that people don't realize. People run the course before they do the march. So it's a whole big thing. A lot of history there.
It is. It actually is like the first I want to say violent aggression against the British was here in Rhode Island and at Warwick, at Gaspee Point, where a bunch of Warwick men got too drunk and burned down a ship.
Take that, King Henry, or George, or Frank, or whatever kings over there.
Whoever you were.
Take that.
We'll show you. Rhode Island's going to stand up.
What else is going on Sunday, Mary?
Sunday morning. So there's a lot of people who love to do the Spartan course, workouts, and then do those races, the Spartan races. So there is going to be a free Spartan workout Sunday from 9 to 11. It's going to allow you to prepare for race day. It's going to be held by some certified coaches. The workout tour will both benefit the fitness rookie and the seasoned veteran. So if you've already done Spartan races, this is going to help you up your game. If you have never done a Spartan race before, this will at least show you the ropes a little bit. And in addition to learning some new training techniques, you get to make some friends. You're going to get a great I'm training for the Spartan race t-shirt that you can wear when you're at the gym, when you're out taking some springtime runs. So this is very exciting. It's going to be taking place in Cumberland at the Spartan workout tour location at the Forecourt. It's on Cray Street.
I am Spartacus. I am Spartacus? Ron Burgundy? That's the one, right? Spartacus, right? That's how it goes, right?
I listen. All right. All I know is that that should be a goal of mine one day, is to do a Spartan workout. I just need to do a couple 5Ks first this spring. That is my goal, is to do some 5Ks. Eventually, I'll work myself up to doing one of these crazy races that I'm always impressed that people do. I really am. I'm in awe that people do these different workouts and races.
Well, our buddy Ryan McGowan, he trains for these kind of things. He does different group trainings. So maybe you got to go. I mean, you're right nearby over there at the Laid Back.
I'm super close by.
Check that out, because have you ever seen their new, how they expanded and everything? They have the outdoor, that vertical wall like you see on those crazy, competition shows, Ninja Warrior and stuff. They got all that stuff there.
Oh my gosh, I totally have to go see Ryan.
The ninjas and the Spartans, they all get together at Ryan's place.
Laid back
Hey,
things.
so after you're done working out, maybe you'd like to take in a free chamber concert featuring the Narragansett Bay Symphony Community Orchestra. That's happening on Sunday at the Rhode Island Philharmonic School, right over there on Waterman Ave in East Providence, and it starts at 3 o'clock. Now, the Narragansett Bay Symphony Community Orchestra, they strive to share local musicians the ability to present classical music live in the community for little or no cost. So they're getting the local musicians together, put them in a room and say, hey, play for free. And they and you can make a donation, of course, and be part of it. But, it just really enriches, cultural life in our region. This is such a wonderful way to spend a Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock. It's perfect. Perfect time to go catch a nice afternoon concert. The Rhode Island Philharmonic School has a whole setup. You teach and have taught there.
I've taught there. I perform there. I've worked there. I have a lot of friends actually in the Narragansett Bay Symphony Community Orchestra, which we call NABSCO. The people in the know, Ben.
What do you call it?
NABSCO.
It sounds like Nabisco. Now I want vanilla wafers.
Right? I mean, it's another great orchestra. We talk so frequently about the Rhode Island Philharmonic Orchestra, which is, this really, really super, super elite, performs at the Vets. But if you want to just get out on Sunday, take your family, take your child who might play the violin and be in 5th grade, like go see these amazing lifelong musicians. Or if you yourself want to go out with some friends for a fancy Sunday afternoon, why not go and check out the symphony and then head on out and go get yourself some nice fancy tea in Providence afterwards? You'd feel very classy. Wouldn't that be a classy Sunday afternoon?
And while you're doing it, you can wear a really big fancy hat.
There you go. I love big fancy hats. Oh my goodness. Talking about fun things to do with the family. So this week's Wicked Family Friendly event, I put in here just because of Ben. Just because of you, Ben. It is perfect.
Your attention, CVS shoppers. Full stock in Zyrtec aisle.
That's right.
Full stock in Zyrtec aisle.
The perfect feline friends swing into spring cat show. For those of you who are brand new to Wicked Roadie, I have a cat. Ben is highly allergic to cats. He has to totally take a lot of Zyrtec before he comes over. But I saw this and I just knew I had to say it. I knew I had to bring this show up. I didn't know that there were cat shows nearby. I didn't know that this was a thing that you could attend and that you could even put your own cat in the running for. So this is going to be at the Holy Ghost Brotherhood Santa Maria in East Providence. So right in East Providence, it's happening on April 22nd through 23rd. It's going to start at 10 a.m. It's going to just be an amazing, amazing show. There's raffle table, prizes, food, vendors. The cat rescue group will be there. You get to vote for your favorite cat in the show. It's going to be judging purebred cats and household pets. The admission is only $5. Kids and seniors are $3. And if they're under 5, they're free. They're $3. But if they're under 5, they get to be free. Now listen to this. There's going to be Himalayans, ragdolls, Persians, Maine Coons, Scottish folds, and then the household pets. So pets just like mine, like my beautiful Khaleesi, who loves you, Ben, so dearly.
You should bring Khaleesi and enter him.
She's a girl. They can be crowned king or queen. And so how epic would it be? So you don't watch Game of Thrones, Ben, but Khaleesi is a name from the show Game of Thrones. And if I brought Khaleesi and if she became queen, I don't know if we would just spoil all of Game of Thrones, because there is a character named Khaleesi who wants to be the queen of the entire show. So I might just have to bring my cat to the swing into spring show with the perfect feline friends club. I'm really excited.
You see, it's put on by the Cat Fanciers Federation, the CFF, as we commonly call it. I thought Khaleesi was named after the bakery.
Oh, no, that would be amazing as well. No,
That's what I always thought. I'm like, oh, I thought you guys like, oh, you like local bakeries,
We
Khaleesi
love
Bakery
bread.
over there, and I think it's in Johnston.
It
All right.
is. Yeah, she's from Game of Thrones. No, we took it from loving bread to loving Game of Thrones. We're that much nerdier in this household. So yeah, this cat show is actually going on for 2 full days. Both the 22nd and the 23rd, Saturday and Sunday. The show hours are from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. both days. So check that out.
Well, if you're looking to go on a first date or just go out with your sweetheart or maybe spark a little romance, you can do it during the day on the weekends at Slater Park, because this Saturday, April 22nd, is opening day. The Slater Park paddle boats are back.
Woo!
Every Saturday and Sunday from now until June 25th. Mary, do you know how much it costs to go on a 30-minute ride per person?
Ooh, 30
on the paddle
ride.
boat? 30 minutes
That's nice.
on the paddle boat. Yes, at Slater Park. Beautiful area, beautiful paddle boats. Do you know how much it costs per person?
Tell me. I'm ready to be blown away.
$5.
What?
$5. So you and your loved one, or the soon-to-be loved one, or that first date.
Yeah.
we just automatically, if you're going on a first date, we automatically marry you here on the Wicked Roadie podcast. But $10 for 2 people for 30 minutes a ride. It's great. It's a good workout. You have a lot of fun.
Yep. Gets you back in the outdoors with the vitamin D.
Yeah, and so every weekend from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays, and then starting June 26th through August 25th, they're open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., and then they switch back to weekends. Now, the only thing is if it's inclement weather or a heat wave, because, the boats, they get a little hot, they may have to be forced to close down for the day. So if you just go out and check out their Twitter account, you can find it online. They'll have the information. They'll let you know the updates right then and there. But again, this is such a fun thing to do. It's healthy. It's exercise. And let me tell you something, guys. If you start going in circles, she's not paddling.
I thought you were just going to say, guys, girls love this. Like, it'd be such an adventurous, fun date.
No, this is a great first date because you're going to learn something, okay?
You would. And, for that price, like, I was just thinking about how many things I can't get for $5. You know how that unicorn Starbucks Frappuccino, have you seen the pictures of this thing yet?
I saw a photo of it yesterday, and I thought somebody was just messing with Photoshop until I looked a little deeper, and it is real.
It is a real thing. I bet you the Starbucks unicorn Frappuccinos cost more than a 30-minute Slater Park paddle boat ride.
And no unicorns are harmed when you ride a paddle boat. I don't know how many uniforms they have to, slaughter to go into that Frappuccino.
R.I.P. unicorns. R.I.P.
That's it. From now on, let's get the funeral dirge out. We're gonna have an RIP segment for the unicorns.
Well, that just about wraps up our show.
Yeah, and as we said in the beginning, everything we talked about today can be found on our website, wickedroadiepodcast.com.
You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. And if you're posting photos from any of the events that we chatted about, or if you just want us to see what you're doing, simply tag us in the description or use the hashtag WickedRoadie.
Mary, I got to tell you something real quick. Last night I was out to dinner with a group of people from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And when I was telling them about the podcast, Wicked Roadie, they said, oh, wicked, like the word they say in Family Guy and on the movie Ted. Like, yes, Seth MacFarlane has made us famous for the word wicked.
Thanks,
But
Seth.
hey, listen, if you want to advertise or sponsor the show, we have all the information available. Just email us at wickedroadiepodcast@gmail.com.
Until next time, folks, I'm Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro.
And you've been listening to Wicked Roadie. We'll have more for you next Thursday.